Kit Kats Can Read. Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome to another video, and in today's video I am going to be sharing with you my most read authors, and this is going to be like through the Goodreads website. I saw a couple of people on BookTube actually do this video and I thought it was quite interesting, so I went onto my Goodreads and I had a little nosy at my most read authors that I have put through Goodreads, and I'm not going to include any sort of graphic novel authors because I want like proper novels, like proper like authors that have written full-on novels. So I mean, if it came down to graphic novels, I've read the BODY graphic novel series. I have also read the Corpse Party graphic novel series and the My Little Monster series as well. So there's quite a few of those in, but they have loads and loads of novels in their series, so I don't really want to include those. I want to include massive, like big old authors and their novels. So without further ado, let's get started. So my number one author on Goodreads is the very own Jennifer L. Armentrout, but I've got a lot of books of right here. So I have read some books in her Covenant series. So I've got Half-Blood that I've read. I've also read Pure, which is book number 2. I've read White Hot Kiss, which is the first book that is in another one of her series. I've also read Frigid, which is by her when she's writing as Jaylin. And then I have read her massive series that starts with Obsidian, and then there's Onyx and Opal and Origin, and finally Opposition, which is, they're all trying to fall off of me, but I've read all the books that are in this series. I have also read Wicked. I'll place a picture of that over here, and this is the first book that is in her other series. Novellas would include Diamond, which is in the Covenant series, and then we've got Shadows, which is in the Obsidian series. Next of all, my number 2 top most read author is, of course, J.K. Rowling. She is the author of the Harry Potter series, and I'm not going to show you all of the books I own because it's too many, so insert a clip here of all of my Harry Potter paraphernalia. And as you can see, there's like the latest editions with the tinted pages I've got. So I've got audiobooks of it, I've got the adult books, I've got the children's UK books. I have got so many of Harry Potter, and so yeah, I've read them all. Next on my most read author list, coming at number 3, we have Meg Cabot, and I love her to bits. And so I've got here the first bind up, Love You to Death and High Stakes. This is book number 1. I've actually read all of the books that are in the Mediator series apart from the latest ones that she has brought out within the past couple of years, but this was a reread for me, and I'm planning on rereading all of them, and they're not currently uploaded to Goodreads yet because I reread them before BookTube, and so I definitely plan on rereading them and adding them to my Goodreads. But this is such an awesome series. And then we got the first book that is in this series, and this one is called When Lightning Strikes, and this series is the Missing series, and this book, I remember when I read it, was freaking awesome. Got a couple of standalones that I read by her. I've got Tommy Sullivan is a Freak and a Jinx. I've then of course read the Princess Diaries series by Meg Cabot, although just like with the other series I haven't added them to my Goodreads because I read them as a child, but I'm planning on rereading them so that they are added to Goodreads, so that the count of books for Meg Cabot is going to be a lot higher when I eventually get around to it, but this is such an awesome series. And I then got a trilogy that I've read by her, and this consists of Airhead, Being Nikki and Runaway, and this is such an awesome series and I absolutely love it. And I have also read The Boy Is Back by Meg Cabot, so I'll place a picture of that over here as well, and that is one of her adult novels. Moving on to number 4 in my most read authors list, we have Colleen Hoover, and I read several books by her, some of which I've got right here. I have got Ugly Love, I have got Maybe Someday, It Ends With Us, and November 9. So I've got all these physical copies I read by her. Absolutely loved and adored them all, and I totally recommend them. I've also read Never Never by Colleen Hoover, but I read them on the Kindle, so I place a picture over here, and that consists of like 3 parts of this story, and I actually really enjoyed them. And my 5th author is Kira Cass, and I have read the Selection trilogy as well as The Heir, which is the first book that is in her spin-off from this trilogy, and I've also read some novellas as well from this series. Novellas would include The Guard, The Prince, and I believe one of them is also called The Queen and The Favourite. But I've read all the books that are in this series. I just need to literally read The Crown, and then I've read like all of them. So those were my most read authors via Goodreads. I'm sorry, first of all, if the lighting is getting really dark. I'm sorry about that. All of a sudden it's just gone from light to really dark. It's just really bizarre, so I'm sorry about that, and hope that you can still see everything really clearly. But we're coming to an end of this video anyway, so you've seen all of my most read authors. Of course, it's all subject to change in a few years to come and whatnot, but let me know your most read authors down below in the comments, because I would be interested to see what you guys have got. Just list your top 5 as well. I was going to do like a top 10, but honestly after it got to 5 I had like so many that became in like 6th place and 7th place and 8th place, and it just got a bit too mental and crazy, and I ended up pulling all of my bookshelf out, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stick to a top 5 until it's just more consistent and better in that way. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye!